Okay, so internal doors, as I've said before, you can draw the rectangle and then delete that surface so that we can see into the various different rooms. For the windows on your property, what I think you are best off doing is drawing a rectangle onto the wall, and again refer to your floor plan to see where the windows should be. This part of my house, for example, is going to be my garage, so I think I'll download a garage door from the Google Warehouse. But here, for example, I have some windows in the living room. So for a window, the best thing to do is to draw a rectangle the size that you would like the window to be. And then if you want a window on this wall at the same height, use your pencil and draw a line to give you a guide. So all we're going to use this for is to get the window the same height on the wall adjacent to that wall. So that what that means is that when we draw the windows around the building, they're all going to be at the same height, which is normal for a house like this. I'm now going to use the rectangle tool and start from this corner, span up to that corner, and then just use the erase tool to remove those guidelines. As you can see, both windows are now at the same height, and both windows are the same height also. With the windows, I would recommend that you turn them into a three-dimensional wooden frame, and it's very easy to do with the plugin that we installed. So if you select the window like so, go to plugins, 1001-bit tools, and then go down to where it says doors and windows and say create window frame. From this you can again change the parameters to what you feel fit, and if you have a play around with those options you can get your window frames looking quite nice. I'm just going to click on this middle option here for quickness, and I'm going to say create window frame. As you can see, it's very quickly made that window three-dimensional. I'll repeat the process just so you can see what I did. Select the window, plugin, 1001-bit tools, doors and windows, create window frame, select the middle, and then create by clicking OK. You should then be able to select a window, and if you want to create transparent material on that window, you have to edit the component, because the plugin has actually turned this window into a full component. To do that, right click and say edit or edit group, and then just use your paint bucket in the normal way and use your translucent paint to paint the window so that it's glass. As you'll notice, the frame stays white. I'll repeat that process just so you can see what I did. Click on this window now, right click and say edit group, and then use the paint bucket tool and paint the glass part glass. Okay. It will take you quite a while to go around and draw all the windows, making sure you get them into the right place as well. Once you've finished editing, if you hit the escape key or use the select tool and click somewhere else on the screen, it will bring everything else back into play. As you can see, this is starting to look quite good with the window frames and the material. Obviously you need to do that for all the rooms before you can move on. Another thing you can do with your design is you can start to paint the materials of the inside of the property. So for example, your floors, you may have chosen to put wooden flooring into the living room and then carpet into the bedrooms, for example. If you go into your paint bucket and have a look at materials, you should find wood as one of them, and what I'm going to do is just paint that wooden floor like so. As you can see, it's painted every room where the doors had an opening. So if I Command Z that quickly, if I only wanted to paint the living room, for example, and I don't want the hallway to be wooden floor, you draw a line back in there to close the door over, and then when you paint the living room, you can see it's just on that one room as a single fill. As it happens, I would like the hallway to be wooden as well, and I want the bedrooms to be carpet. So what I'm going to do is draw these lines back in. I'm sure there is a ground covering. That's outdoor. If you can't find, oh no, carpets and textiles, there we go. You can then paint your bedrooms a different colour from the hall. Like so.